Hi everyone, and welcome back to Easy Cooking with Linda B. The other day, Bob and I made a braised pork butt, and the recipe I had gotten was from Epicurious years ago, and I do it until this day. It's great. So what I'm going to do, because I have so many leftovers, as you can see here, I'm going to make a shepherd's pie, and I'll show you what the ingredients are that I'm using. So the first thing I'm going to do is work with my pork butt. As you can see, I have quite a bit left over here. And also I had made carrots, and Bob had made some beautiful whipped potatoes. And also we made a gravy out of the braising liquid, and it's so good because the braising liquid is apple cider. And then I'm also going to make a stuffing mix and put it on the bottom of my casserole. Align it with that. I'm going to add to the potatoes a little bit of Parmesan cheese, and of course I'll sprinkle the top with parsley. And I'll show you how I put it all together. All right, now what I want to do is put together my stuffing mix. I have about 3 cups of stuffing here. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it all, but I have it here in case I need it. And I'm going to now add some apple cider to this to get the moisture that it needs. It's going to be a little bit of a crunch, but when I add the gravy later, that's also going to be absorbed by the breading. That looks pretty good right there. So I have a casserole dish. I'm sorry, I can't tell you what size this is because I don't know. But first I'm going to put in my stuffing mix on the bottom, layer it out. Actually, I could use it all. Perfect. I don't like wasting things. I'm sure you feel the same way too, especially with food prices today. So smooth that out, just like that. Okay, so now I have my pork that I had cut into pieces and shredded, and I'm going to layer this on top of the breading. I'm just going to put a thin layer. And then the next thing I want to do is add my carrots. Now everything's been cooked, so when we bake this in the oven, all we want to do is brown the the potato topping, and just warm everything through. There. Now we have the carrots in there. And now what I will do is take the rest of the pork, layer it on top. Just like that. Okay, great. I'm going to give my hands a wash and I'll come back and I'll show you the next step. Okay, so we're almost done putting this together. The next thing I want to do is add my gravy. This is so good. With the braising, you use onions and garlic in the apple cider. It is so delicious. Just going to pour a little bit on top here. That will soak down into the bread stuffing. But I don't want to put too much. I don't want it sloppy. And I think I have about enough there. I'm just guessing at it, okay? Now, what we want to do, what I like to do, is, I'm going to use that last, add my Parmesan cheese to my potatoes, mix it all together. I'm not using a lot of cheese. A lot of people, when they make their shepherd's pie, they also put a layer of cheese. That's fine if that's what you like. But I'm going to make this just plain and simple. Okay, now I've got that put together. So the next thing I'm going to do is pipe this on. Okay, so I've got my little piping bag here with a star tip. We'll see how well it works out. I'm going to try this. get rid of that. Okay, now I'm going to get the potatoes in here. They're still pretty smooth and creamy, and there's really not a lot of lumps, so I should be successful piping this on the casserole. I probably could add more. Okay, we'll start with this. There's a tip. Okay, because remember, this is our whipped potatoes, so they're going to be really soft. So what I want to do is just pipe little stars on it. But because it is soft, again, you could see how they're lying down. So I'll have a different design than I originally planned. So I'm going to go ahead, finish working on this, and I'll show you the end result. Okay, I finished putting the potatoes on top of the casserole. I had just enough. And now I want to pretty it up with some parsley all over the top. Then what I will do is put this in my 375-degree oven, probably for about 25 to 30 minutes, I would say. Okay, so here's the final product. It has been in the oven for 30 minutes. The top layer, the potatoes, has a nice crispiness to it. It's not as golden brown as I'd like it, but I decided this looks perfect anyway. So now it's time for a taste test. So I'm going to reach in here, and I know it's still hot. I haven't had it cooling for a while. Try to be neat about this if I can. Oh, there we go. Oh, that looks really nice. See how it looks inside? And the stuffing is soft right inside here. Okay, let's see, is it real hot? Oh, it's pretty hot. All right, here we go. Oh, it's nice. Oh, I love the stuffing on the bottom there too. I feel like it's a Thanksgiving dinner. Oh, and by the way, as you all know, Thanksgiving is coming up. This is a perfect way to use your leftovers. So I hope you enjoyed watching me make this beautiful shepherd's pie out of the leftovers from a meal that Bob and I had made. I also want to thank everyone for watching and thank all my subscribers for hanging in there with me. It really helps my channel grow. And remember, enjoy life and never stop learning. Bye now.